Prince Charles is a part of our breaking news coverage this morning with the word from Clarence House that Prince Charles, the heir to the British throne, 71 years of age, has tested positive for the coronavirus. He's now in Scotland in self-isolation. But Margaret Evans is going to bring you more detail on all of this. She's in London for us today with the breaking news. Margaret, of course, people wondering about Prince Charles' condition, where and how he might have contracted this. What detail do we have this morning?
Well, Heather, we're hearing that he reportedly felt a little unwell over the weekend. It started to show what are described as mild symptoms of coronavirus and was then tested on Monday night or Monday afternoon, I'm not sure, got the results the yesterday evening, and now from Clarence House, as you say, confirmation that the heir to the throne does in fact have coronavirus. His wife, Camilla, has been tested, does not. They are in Balmoral in Scotland, self-isolating. Clarence House has said that he is in good spirits. He's working from home, so he's apparently still up and about. He has spoken to both of his sons, so Prince William and Prince Harry. There is, in terms of, a lot of speculation about the timeline. I'll just read you what Clarence House said. When people are talking about where he might have picked up the virus, it says simply, it is not possible to ascertain from whom the prince caught the virus owing to the high number of engagements he carried out in his public role recently. And as you can imagine, that would be quite a few. So people are tracing back the timeline. One of the key dates they're looking at is March the 9th. Which is apparently when we saw him. On Commonwealth Day, he was with a large number of members of the royal family, and of course with a number of dignitaries, ambassadors, people from around the world celebrating that day.
Margaret, as you speak of that, we actually have images of that March the 9th and Commonwealth Day, and the last time Prince Charles was with, notably, the Queen. So questions about her health have obviously come immediately to mind. What do we know about other members of the royal family?
Well, the Queen saw him actually a few days after that as well, March 12th. Now, the medical advice that seems to be coming out here is that the doctors think that Prince Charles would have been infectious from March 13th. So that would have been the day after he saw his mother. But of course, people are concerned about the Queen. She's 93. Prince Philip is 98. The Queen actually left Buckingham Palace here in London last week for Windsor Castle, in part because of the coronavirus. She issued a statement at the time to the nation saying people are understandably concerned. She had praise for the health workers, the nurses and the doctors, and then called on the nation to come together. You know what the palace is like. They are saying she is following appropriate advice and is in good health and remaining calm at Windsor Castle. So we'll have to wait and see if there are any further developments. One last point, I guess, Prince Charles is not the first royal to have contracted coronavirus. Prince Albert of Monaco has also tested positive for coronavirus, and Prince Charles did see him on March the 10th. Lots of pictures out there, as you can imagine, of them at a public event seated across the table from one another.
Thank you so much, Margaret. Really appreciate that. From London, our Margaret Evans watching the royal story for us today.